Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on geographic segmentation. Before we proceed any further, do note that we publish 3 marketing videos daily on YouTube. So please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's start with what is geographic segmentation. When businesses try to customize their marketing efforts by considering location as the basis of its target market division, it is called geographic segmentation. The target audience for geographic segmentation are people who shop or reside in a certain geographic location. When goods are specific to certain regional culture, climate or population, this market strategy is very efficient. Moving on to geographic segmentation advantages. Most customers in various geographical areas have desires, requirements and cultural features specific to their region. This is why in big international and national markets, the location-based targeting of this approach proves to be very efficient. This is also a viable alternative for smaller companies with tighter budget. This approach directs its focus towards their established area and prevents unnecessary marketing expenditure that do not suit their intended geographical sector. Moving on, it is successful in various areas with different population sizes. When compared to rural and suburban environments, the demand and need of people in urban environments are generally very different from those in rural environments. Targeting the distinct demands, needs and cultural characteristics of consumers from specific geographic locations can prove to be an effective marketing strategy. Moving on to geographic segmentation variables. First, climate. As indicated by the name, a region's climatic condition is the basis of the target market division in climate-based segmentation. For instance, areas with a warm climate, resorts and beaches are targeted by swimwear brands since most of their business will be generated from those areas. Next, time zone. Since large businesses generally run simultaneously across various time zones, this marketing approach is mostly needed by them. In nations with more than one time zones like the US and Russia, small businesses can also find this approach useful. Next, population density. The population size and type in the target area are variables that need to be considered. The experiences of urban citizens are very different from those of rural, exurban or suburban citizens. Customizing advertisements with the help of a geographic segmentation is effective due to the contrasting demands of rural and urban citizens. And finally, the cultural differences. Varying values in different regions determine the purchasing decisions of a customer. These values may include long-established customs and traditions or presiding local religion in some cases. In others, it might include more abstract habits of locals. It is important to serve and understand these needs. Religious food restrictions are the most usual considerations that need to be made by food manufacturers. Now let's look at geographic segmentation examples. The first being McDonald's. Regional menus are offered by McDonald's in many countries. This was an attempt to satisfy and attract appetizing heritage of those areas. This is why the menus of McDonald's across the globe varies. First, Thailand, corn pie. McDonald's restaurants across Thailand uniquely provide a treat that has an apple pie shell with a corn filling inside. Next, Hong Kong's Ebi Burger. Seafood burgers are the specialty here. Ebi burgers are golden and have shrimp patties. They are served with either fish fillet or pineapple sides. Next, Malaysia. Thai green curry chicken burger. These are oblong bun chicken burgers cooked in Thai green curry served with vegetable slaw. Next, South Korea's bulgogi burger. The pork burger here is a specialty. The bulgogi burger has a pork patty dipped in bulgogi sauce served with lettuce and mayonnaise. Next, Philippine. Chicken McDo with McSpaghetti. The specialty here is the spaghetti with chicken served with a tomato and minced beef sauce. They serve it with cheese as garnish. And finally, Saudi Arabia's McArabia chicken. The specialty here is a flatbread burger consisting of 2 halal chicken patties, lettuce, tomato, onions and garlic sauce. Moving on to the next example of IKEA. IKEA modifies its products before launching in new countries. Countries that have small apartments need small showrooms to be more relatable. A small balcony will be differently showcased in southern China compared to northern China, since the former balconies are also used as laundries and the latter also use balconies as food storage. The mattresses in China are smaller and firmer than the mattresses in US. As stated by IKEA's China retail chief Gillian Drakeford, as we become more and more global and we expand more in China and we grow into India, we will probably have to have a wider range than each country will be able to secure relevance by taking the part they really need. But of course, we will secure IKEA's identity. And the final example again of McDonald's. For road safety, burgers were removed by McDonald's during Ramadan. In order to reduce the increasing number of road accidents in Dubai during Ramadan, McDonald's Arabia removed burgers during Ramadan. This was an attempt to get people to focus on their road safety and at the same time respect their tradition. So that's it folks, this brings an end to the topic on geographic segmentation. These are some of the sources and links referred to for the content in the video. If you've liked the video, do subscribe to our channel, where you'll witness 3 new videos daily. If you want to view these videos in an organized manner, you can visit freecourses.net, where all our videos are arranged in the form of courses. Thank you and see you in the next video.